Well, everything's going well with the garden, but my tomatoes are under attack. They've been under attack for a while. And Hey, welcome back to the channel. Thought I'd do a quick garden update. Haven't done a garden update in a while. It is the kind of getting towards the end of August. Things are slowing down a little bit for the summer garden, but everything's going real well with it. Still getting some watermelon, cantaloupe, tomatoes, bell pepper, and jalapenos. So follow along. Well, while I was out doing my little garden tour this morning, looks like I came across another one of these. Been finding these quite a bit lately. I guess the good time for those moths to start laying their eggs. As you can see, this little sucker here. I'm just going to go ahead and throw it over the fence. They have been, they really like the super fantastic tomatoes. They've been kind of burrowing holes through the tomatoes a little bit, eating the tomatoes more than the leaves. The hornworms, they tend to eat the leaves. Let me show you a little bit. You know, they kind of do this type of damage right here. As you can see, they just eat and eat and eat. As you can see, haven't seen any in the past couple of days, but picked off about 10 or 15 of them over the last week. As you can see right here, it is kind of slowing down a little bit. Still got a lot of tomatoes on there. Still producing the green pepper here. The jalapeno plants never really took off this year. They never really did. Only gotten a few. And then I'll come out here and I'll see that some of them are on the ground. So I don't know what's getting them. Or inside the garden itself. Cherry tomatoes still producing like crazy. As you can see, tons and tons of cherry tomatoes, just tons of them. Roma tomatoes still producing good. I think next year I'll do 2 of those. Don't know if I'll do the super fantastic again. This tomato plant, the one that I bought kind of late in the season, it's starting to produce some fruit. Oh, as you can see right here, this is what those dark colored caterpillars have been doing right here. So I must have some on this plant too. But you can see it's just kind of, so it becomes cow and horse food. Now they're not really, well, I'll say that now. Look at that. Yep, getting that right there. Might have to come out here and spray this with some sort of insect killer. But as you can see, still doing real good with the cherry tomatoes. Strawberries are doing real good. Wasn't really expecting much out of them this year. Definitely gonna plant this as a strawberry bed. Doing a little composting here, adding some eggshells. Other than that, just really doing good. All right, let me show you the watermelon and the cantaloupe patch. Still doing real good. Sitting here watering right now. We got still producing some cantaloupe here. Got some watermelon growing. As you can see, still haven't had any watermelon yet this year, so first time doing it, so still kind of learning. Don't know if it's a fertilizer thing or if I'm not watering enough, but definitely, you know, I think it's just wilting because of the season here. Got another cantaloupe right here, as you can see. Looks like a couple more coming in, but you can see we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, at least 8 watermelon growing right now. I did pick one of them earlier. Definitely was not ready, so kind of went to waste. You know, here's a watermelon a little up close. There's a right in here is another cantaloupe watermelon. Got 3 watermelons here. Nope, sorry, 4. Got some watermelons growing here. There's a cantaloupe. See a watermelon right down in there. And another watermelon here. Watermelon there. And then a cantaloupe right there. And it looks like another watermelon starting to grow here. Real late in the season, I think. So we'll probably, you know, if we get 1 or 2 this season, I'll be happy with that. Well, it's time to kind of trim these up a little bit. You can see we got some vines right here. They're kind of dying off. So I'll go ahead and clip those out, try to clean it up a little bit, and see if I find any other caterpillars on there. Okay, as you can see, really trimmed these tomato plants up. And that's the super fantastic, the Roma, and of course the cherry. Found a couple of other caterpillars on there, killed them, threw them over the fence. Other than that, everything's looking good. I did notice that the cherry tomatoes, they are getting smaller. It's getting a little later in the season, of course, but we still got a lot of tomatoes on there to be picked, a lot of salsa to be made. Here's today's pickings. Like I said, you know, my two jalapeno plants really aren't producing anything. You know, they're real tiny. Haven't really produced much of anything this year. Kind of disappointed in them. But yeah, you can see just really trimmed them up a lot. You can see that one of the hornworms got after this plant here, as you can see. Kind of really attacked it. But, you know, I'm not a big bell pepper eater, so I'm not too bummed about that. But like I said, the jalapeno plants just aren't doing anything, honestly. Not growing much. So I don't think next year I'll plant them next to the tomatoes. And then trim this tree, this not tree, but this tomato plant up. I did have one big tomato plant on there. It did get, caterpillars did attack it, had some holes in it, so I just threw it over the fence. All right, that's just a quick update of our garden. You know, it's getting towards the end of the season. Things are slowing down a little bit, growing wise. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching.